You don't cattle ranch in most cases for the money. It's the lifestyle, and it's because you want to do it.
Ranching in general, and the calves, the livestock in particular. A lot of guys, it's just not a lot. There are those, it's just money, it's just a game. And you got to be profitable, or you can't do it. Guy works 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. You got to enjoy it. You got to care about it, in my opinion, but that's just me.
It's a sense of pride because we've been working on it for 40 years, building this, and it's just, I just love it. I don't know any other way of life that I'd have. So I've really enjoyed doing all of that.
Ranch operation consists of about 2,200 acres total. We have a ranch here in Canyon County, Idaho. We have about 700 acres that we operate here. We own 100 of it, and we lease the other 600 acres. We previously owned about 300 additional acres that we sold to a gravel company, and that's how we bought our ranch in Oregon, with the money, the proceeds from that sale. But we lease all that back and continue to run it. We've been out in this area for about 30 years, roughly. Of the 700 acres here, there's probably 600 of it that's irrigated. It's all flood irrigated and stuff from water from the Boise River. Our ranch in Oregon, it consists of about 1,500 acres. There's about 800 acres of it that's irrigated, and it's kind of a summer pasture kind of a deal. We summer our cattle in Oregon, and then along about November, we bring the cattle back here to Idaho and winter the cows here because our climate is milder and stuff, and don't have to feed as much hay. And then we calve out here, and then along about, in round terms, the 1st of May, we truck the cattle back to Unity, Oregon, and they stay up there about 6 months and come back in November again. So we run about 400 mother cows, and then we have about 100 replacement heifers that we keep each year and breed them to go back into our herd. We're pretty much a closed herd. The only cattle that come in from the outside are bulls that we buy for our breeding program and stuff. We retain ownership on all of our cattle, and retain ownership on all of our calves, and we have them custom fed to where when they're finished they go to slaughter for the beef market, and we strive to market our cattle through premium programs like Certified Angus Beef. The company that we actually go through is AgriBeef. They call their program Double R Ranch Beef, and a lot of it goes into restaurant trade, and then Albertsons sells their premium meat is Double R Ranch. So we strive. They're basically, our cattle are basically natural, I guess you'd say. We don't try to do organic, but we vaccinate them and take care of them and stuff that way. But we don't try to feed organic hay or anything like that. We raise most of our hay here in Idaho, on the Caldwell, Idaho property. We do buy some hay and stuff, but we don't go the organic route. But the only time an animal will get any kind of antibiotic or anything is if they get sick or something. We strive to keep everything just as healthy as we can, and use vaccines and that type of thing, but otherwise just maintain the best herd health that we can through vaccines and worming and those kinds of things. Our ranch operation, Claudia and I, it's our own sole operation. We have, for the most part, we have 3 employees. There's times when we'll have 4 or 5, but in the summertime we have a young man that goes with the cattle to Oregon, and he stays up there all summer long. And then I have another fellow that works for me, Arden, that works in my appraisal business as well as the ranch operation. And then Justin puts up our hay for us. He's our custom hay operator, and then he helps us, like in the wintertime when we're feeding and that kind of thing. He helps us with that. I've tried to give everybody let everybody run some cattle and stuff, so everybody has kind of a vested interest in our operation and stuff to force all to be successful. And so try to make it so that whatever profits we make at the end of the year, that they reap the benefit of some of that too. So oh yeah, Jake Comfort goes to Oregon, and then he comes back in the wintertime and helps us here, and they're full-time employees. So, and then we hire part-time help in the summertime to help with irrigating and that kind of thing here in Idaho. Jake kind of handles all that in Oregon. Like I say, we run about 400 mother cows, and then we have about 100 replacement heifers each year. Like right now, we're in the process of calving. We've probably got, I'm guessing we've got 150 or 200 calves on the ground. We'll have about a 95% calf crop most years. So, out of 400, we should have 380 calves, live calves that we can sell in the fall. Like I say, we retain ownership on our cattle, so all of last year's calves are either in the feedlot or we've selected them as our replacement heifers, and we've got them in a pasture here that we're feeding them. And the others, all the steer calves, are in the feedlot, and then the heifers that we did not select for our replacements, they're in the feedlot as well. Mm-hmm. The steers will probably go to slaughter the end of April, first part of May, and then the heifers will probably go to slaughter the end of May, first part of June, something like that. The steers will weigh 1,400 to 1,450 when they go to the meat packing plant. The heifers will weigh about 100 pounds less, 1,300 to 1,350, something like that. We strive to, we work real hard on our genetics through our bulls and everything to try and raise as high quality beef as we can, and we strive for a prime or choice grade on all the cattle that we send through the packing plant. I don't know, I've been kind of around ranching most of my life. My grandparents were in the ranching business. My parents were not, but I was around it with my grandparents a little bit. Claudia, her family had a small little ranch operation when she was growing up and stuff. They bought a bigger place while we were in college. We met in college. We kind of always wanted to do that, and but we didn't have it to be. We didn't. It wasn't going to be given to us from our family, so we both took jobs and saved our money and bought cattle and bought property, and like I say, the gravel company bought our ranches that we had here in 2007, and that allowed us to expand our numbers and stuff. Up until that point, we ran about 125 to 150 cows, and we expanded in 2007, bought the ranch in Oregon, and stuff. It's a way of life. It's how we wanted to raise our family, and we like living out in the country and being able to kind of be our own boss and stuff. I have another business that I run in addition to the ranch. Claudia works for a company in Boise. We work for Boise Cascade, but we've sacrificed, in our mind, we've sacrificed quite a bit to to make the ranch work and that, but it's what we like to do. I don't feel like I have to dread going to work every day, because it's what we like and love, and I guess I don't anticipate ever leaving it entirely and retiring. We'll probably do it right to the end, but I also recognize that I can't do as much as I used to 30 or 40 years ago, so I am slowing down, and the hired help makes a big difference. It helps keep up with everything. So it's like anything, I guess, in my mind. People that haven't ever been around it's not all glamour and riding horses and different things and stuff. There's a lot of hard work involved. I mean, there's times that you can relax and play too, but there's a lot of hard work. I mean, like, we're calving heifers right now, so we're trying to check cattle every 2 to 3 hours every day, and so we don't get a lot of sleep, and it can be a lot of work and everything, but there's a lot of satisfaction that comes with having good cattle and stuff. We try to treat our animals the absolute best we can, take good care of them. We provide them with adequate feed. We give them mineral supplements. Like I say, we worm them and give them vaccines and different things. We try to keep them in the best condition we can. Economics come into play. I mean, you can't. It's not just a bottomless pit that you can just continually throw money at. You have to figure out a return on investment, and the return actually is very low in ranching. Probably averages 1%, 1.5%, which, when you have a multi-million-dollar investment in the cattle and the land and everything, you don't cattle ranch in most cases for the money. It's the lifestyle, and it's because you want to do it.
The sheep actually started out as a 4-H project for our daughter, and we just have kept it going, and we started out with 6 ewes, and we now have 50. We sell lambs for 4-H'ers. It's pretty much a for 4-H kind of thing that we do. We sell anywhere from 10 to 20 lambs every year for 4-H, and the kids take them to the fair and sell them through the livestock sale. The money that comes from that goes into a scholarship fund that we've had for the last 20 years for any of the kids that need help in some format. So we have perpetuated that project by helping other kids. And along with the 4-H, I also am doing Dutch oven cooking. That was a project that we were looking for something for our teens to do, so that it was just their project, and it's really been a lot of fun. I've helped actually write the curriculum, and I really enjoy it. We teach these kids we're not teaching them how to cook, we're teaching them how to cook in a black cast iron pot, and it has its own little things that you have to think about. We teach them safety, not just safety around the pot, but some food safety. Just they learn how to take care of their pots, and then it just is a whole. It's a great experience for these kids learning a new thing that they can take with them to when they go camping. The kids have really enjoyed doing it, and they do all kinds of dishes. We've had everything from cheesecake to fish to stuffed flank steak, a lot of soups and stews over the years. But that's how they learn, and we've had a good time with that. I was the club leader for 25 years, and a couple of years ago I gave that up, and so I enjoy just doing the projects, and I do the sheep project, and it's just been a lot of fun. So, but that's part of all the experience here at the ranch and all of that. Ranching. Been basically all my life. I can't imagine doing anything different. I love being in the country. I love cooking, and I'm the typical ranch wife that spends a lot of time just cooking for everybody else, and I happen to love doing that. And so, but I enjoy going out and seeing the new babies and watching that, help with anything I can with that. Don't do it as much as I used to, but I still enjoy going out once in a while and taking the ranger out and driving through the cattle and stuff when we're up at the Unity place. Ken and I'll go out on the ranger and just look at the cows, and it's a sense of pride because we've been working on it for 40 years, building this, and it's just, I just love it. I don't know any other way of life that I'd have. So I've really enjoyed doing all of that. It's interesting. I do work outside the home, and talking to people that I haven't had a lot of interaction with before, and they want to know, well, they'll get to talking, and I said, well, we have outside of this, my life is on the ranch. Well, how many do you run? And you tell them you're running 400 mother cows, and they go, oh, and they'll ask different things. I talk to them about what we go through for lambing and calving, and all the different things that we do. And what's real funny is that they all just are amazed that all the stuff that we do, when we get to talking, and the fact that I work full-time and work full-time at home when I come home. A lot of them have never had any experience in this kind of life, and so they ask questions and want to know what it is that we do. But it's, they're fascinated. They really like hearing about it. We've had a few that get a little squeamish when you talk about it, during branding, and that branding's a lot of fun, and we really have a good time. We have a lot of good friends come by and help with that kind of thing, and so you explaining those kinds of things to people, and they just don't. It's something they don't. If they've never been there, they don't know what to do. What I do get a lot of is, when are the babies coming? And can we bring our kids out? Or bring the grandkids out? And I've had a lot of my work friends bring their kids out so they have the experience of being around the animals. And, we take them into the sheep pen, and we set them down and grab a lamb, and they can hold it and pet it and get to know that. If we have a bottle calf, they are able to, we'll let them feed it, and it's just gives them that experience, and it's just a great thing, and the kids just love it. It's an amazing thing for them, and we've had a lot of kids come year after year, and it's a great experience for them. Just being out here, knowing that we're producing a quality product for people to that they will appreciate when they, put that steak on the grill, or cook their hamburgers or something. And we've got top quality cattle and meat that's going to go out there for public use, and know that we've taken good care of them. We don't hassle our cattle. We take great pride in working them carefully, and that, and knowing that it just makes you feel good and want to be part of it, and it's just I just love it out here. I just can't imagine anything different. Come and see us, and take a look and find out that it's not that horrible thing out there. We're good people, and we do good things, and we help people as much as we can, being neighbors or just helping a kid that needs a lift and that kind of thing. And come see us and see what we do, and take a look at our operation, and get to know us a little bit.